everyone. It's Joel from the Fun Pimps. I'm here today to talk to you guys about attributes, and specifically we're going to go over strength today. I'm probably going to do a little series of videos covering each one just because it's a lot of information to digest. So let's get started. So there's governing attributes, which are strength, perception, fortitude, agility, and intellect. And strength is basically how much damage you're going to be doing, and so you have to buy these perks if you want to get stronger or invest into strength. So then underneath of here, this is just a heading, but this whole red bar is going to go. It's just going to be, these are just for sorting. We've got, different perks that you can buy, and they require a certain strength level to purchase them. So if you can't afford it, it's going to let you know that you can't get it yet. So Wrecking Crew, this is basically going to increase your power attack damage, and I believe this is a kind of a generic one that works with any melee. Sexual Tyrannosaurus is going to reduce your your stamina use, melee stamina usage, and this is also a global or generic perk for melee. So it works with knives, clubs, sledgehammers, so on and so forth. Flurry of Blows, this is going to increase your attack speed. Pretty handy, and then it has kind of a critical damage after you get 5 successive hits in a short time. Causes the fifth blow to do 100% extra damage, which is pretty cool. So you're kind of like in the heat of combat and you're getting warmed up, and then after you get the 5th hit, you'll see kind of a little buff pop out letting you know that, hey, you're ready for a critical, and then you can go smash somebody and do extra damage. So it's probably a good strategy to make sure that last hit is a power attack. So kind of a good strategy is go in, hit light with your left hit. Let me actually just show you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and buy this one. Well, let's just kill a zombie, just to kind of get a feel for how the vanilla settings are. What happened? Lag. Something happened. Okay. That was unexpected. I think that was, I don't know, something froze the game up for a second. I'm not sure what that was, so. I mean, these guys are pretty resilient. Or at least, this guy is. You shouldn't be fighting one of these dudes right when you spawn. And when you run around, you're gonna pick up XP. Probably start with a ranged weapon, but let me just try an Arlene here. See if it's a little easier. Take that. You probably don't want to go fight somebody with fists. I mean, it's viable once you get perked up a bit. But yeah, anyway, when you're a noob, everything's tough. So let me just perk up a bit and show you guys what's going to happen here. So let me buy some strength. And so that's going to give me some boosts there. And I want to specialize in my clubs. So we're going to go ahead and buy this. And I don't even know if these are hooked up, but I do want to show you the Flurry of Blows perk, because I know that one's done and working. Alright, so we've got a few perks now. It should be a little bit easier to deal with this. Alright, so that went a little better than the last encounter. So as you can see, I don't even think I got the flurry of blows though. Let me try another one here. Bow. There, turned green, and that shot did extra damage. Another thing we've done, which is kind of cool, is basically you can't stun lock a zombie. So notice when I go in there with fists, he might play a pain animation because I'm hitting him pretty fast, but basically it's like their adrenaline kicks in and you can't get a zombie in a stun lock anymore from repetitive fast hits. There, I got him with a power attack. I think he's dead. Something else we're going to change that's been discussed and hasn't implemented yet is zombies, when they get knocked down, they're going to be constantly moving and trying to get back up. They're no longer going to be any confusing states where he's hit and he's laying there and he's not moving. Is he dead or is he not dead? They're going to be knocked down and they're going to immediately, start to get up. And there might be slow, medium, and fast get up speeds. We'll see how it all plays out. But that's kind of where we're headed with that. So let me try that again. A flurry of blows. You'll see I'll try and get, the hits in real quick here. And you'll see the nunchucks will turn green when it's ready. 2, 3, 4, 5. So I power attacked him on that 5th hit, and that was pretty awesome. So as soon as my nunchucks turned green, it meant I was going to do double damage, so I went ahead and power attacked him and laid him out. It was pretty cool. Let's see. Deep cuts. This is knife perks. You do bleeding damage, and then I think those stack. And then power attacks have a chance to decapitate. We're still working on that, putting that in. But let's see, stay down. So as I perk up in the club here, it's going to have better chances to stun enemies. And then power attacks will even stun nearby enemies. So say you've got 3 zombies on you and you're perked up in clubs, you'll be able to do a power attack on them and have a chance to stun everybody in the immediate vicinity. And then we've kind of got a similar perk with heavy weapons, which is called heavy metal, and this is with sledgehammers. So we've got specific perk trees for each weapon, arch type. You've got blades, clubs, and then heavy metal weapons like the sledgehammer. It's basically a two-handed blunt instrument. So this one actually will have a better chance to knock down your enemies with heavy weapons, and successful power attacks have a 20% chance to knock down nearby foes. So if you got the sledgehammer and you smack a guy with a power attack, you'll have a chance to knock everybody down in a small radius of where you're in combat. So it should be pretty cool. Still working on it. Got to get it working. We're a team, so I did basically design most of these perks here, and then Gaz and Robert are working with me to make all this stuff happen. And some of it's done, some of it's not, so I can't really show you everything. But Miner 69er, this is going to increase power attack to blocks. Then you've got and everybody's probably everybody's wanting to know what is all this. So let me get to that. That's a pretty important part. This is our encumbrance system. In a previous version of 17, obviously nobody ever played it. you saw little lock icons here, and I didn't really like how that worked and played, so I redesigned it. And the new system, let me just get some stuff here. So we're going to try to hit the limit here. Okay, so I'm full here, and this is my, I'm unencumbered because I'm moving around. But but you can use these slots, but it's going to slow you down. So let me demonstrate how to use these slots. And then we've got perks where you can buy and it gets rid of these, so you're unencumbered with the full inventory space, which is bigger than what we had in 17 or 16. So there's more carrying capacity than ever. But I didn't like being locked out and unable to use this, because one really cool thing about the attributes is if this attribute gets damaged, like say I get something that damages my strength attribute, what happens is these perks that have a requirement, like let's say I'm perked all the way in and bought all these, if your attribute gets damaged to such a point to where it's below the requirement, these are going to get grayed out and you're going to lose these perks temporarily. So you'll either need a drug or you'll need to cure whatever's ailing you to regain these perks. So it's going to create some kind of emergent gameplay as your attributes get damaged from diseases and different types of damages you might take throughout the game. So it's pretty cool. So what happens is I've got this, these pack mule perks I can buy to unencumber myself essentially. But if my strength takes a hit, I'm going to lose some of them perks, so you might see some of these things dynamically come back as I get my stat damaged. But let's go ahead and demonstrate being over encumbered a little bit here. So I'm using 4 of these slots that, are dark gray. So, you can probably tell I'm not moving quite as fast. So let's get some more stuff. Now we're half encumbered. Oh yeah, it's definitely taking a hit on my movement speed. So, you can make a choice. Do I want this loot this bad to compromise my speed? Maybe if it's daytime and you're not too far from where you need to go, maybe so. Or maybe you'll have a Jeep sitting outside and you can just get in it and drive off and be fine. But as you can see, it's definitely, I've got this little over encumbered icon because I've got too much stuff. And let's go ahead and fill up. And now I'm fully encumbered. I can still move, but it's pretty undesirable. A zombie might catch up to you because you're greedy and you're carrying too much stuff. So now let's go ahead, and you've seen the devastating effects of that. Let's buy a few pack mules. Let me get rid of some stuff first. Is there a drop key? Yeah, D. That's faster, just do this. So I've gotten rid of some stuff, moving a lot faster again, but I want to show you guys unlocking these. So I'm going to buy the first tier of perks here. Pack mule, go ahead and buy that, and that gives me 3 more slots without being encumbered. So now you see, okay, these are normal gray again. I can use these, so I can pick something up. And I'm good to go. I can move at full pace. Once again, grab some more things. Let's just fill up for the heck of it. See what happens. Okay. Full. Now I thought it would not be as devastating. If not, we're gonna have to fix that. Let me go ahead and That actually helped a little bit. So yeah, put stuff on your belt. You don't want to use these slots no matter what, because it does slow you down. So let me go ahead and buy some more. Pack mule, buy that one, buy that one. I just want to see how this feels. Alright, we're back to full speed. Grab all this stuff. I don't know where all my stuff went. Let me get some more. Yeah, I think this should scale. I think it should be. I think it's something. There's a bug here. It's supposed to just be so much encumbrance per slot, not, hey, I'm only using 5, so it should be like when I only was using 5 here. So I think it's got a bug. Or it's a percentage. There's something wrong with the formula. We'll fix it though. But anyway, you know, that's kind of how the encumbrance system is planned to work. We're getting actually really close. I mean, you know, it's obviously uncovered a few bugs, just showing you guys this, but you know, we're getting pretty close to where, you know, I don't have a whole lot more to do. I got all these perks designed. I implemented, I can show you guys probably some weather too. Just real quick, I'll probably do a whole video on it, but, you know, just to show you here. Basically, we've got 2 types of protection for clothing. You've got, you know, hypothermal resistance, which is, this isn't even localized yet, so it's probably going to be, you know, cold protection and heat protection. But so this will give you 1 protection against cold weather and 7 against the hot. So it's more effective, you know, obviously in the desert than it would be in the snow biome. But there's no more negative effects from clothing. So let's just say, you know, I gear up for the snow and I get, you know, a bunch of warm clothing on. Then I go to the desert. I'm not going to be hot because of that and have to rearrange my clothing. I just probably won't have enough equipment to fight off the negative effects of the heat is all. So you go into your base in the snow biome and you're all wearing your furs and everything warm, you're not going to be hot inside. You know, it's either going to give you something positive from it, but nothing negative. So a lot less micromanagement, changing your clothing all the time. You know, you're still going to have to probably change gear to go to the desert from the snow, and that's expected. You know, it's hot there, so I want to wear tank tops and shorts more, and in the winter you're going to wear you know, a lot warmer clothing, but it's not going to have any negative effects, and there isn't going to be core temperatures you know, bouncing around so much, so it's going to play a lot smoother. So I'm pretty happy with the new weather design for the game too. So what else do we have here? Sorry, I like to get sidetracked. Skills. Bountiful Harvest. This is going to give you a chance to get a double harvest, so you get more resources when harvesting blocks and stuff. Do it yourself is going to increase your crafting time, and yeah, these need to be localized yet. Active crafting slots. So I think you'll start out with just 1 slot to craft with at a time, and then as you perk into this, you can get more crafting slots there. So that's pretty much it for the strength attribute and its perks. Stay tuned. I'll show you guys the rest of these in upcoming videos real soon. Thanks for watching.